Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your January reading. Let's definitely get into your reading so that you'll see what I'm talking about. As a reminder, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Midheaven, and or Venus. However, if you happen to find this channel and you clicked out of curiosity, there's a reason you were brought here, and so I hope you hear all that you need, okay? Coming into the first week of January, energies that are here, what came up was the Knight of Swords, followed by the Six of Coins and the Queen of Swords. Coming into the second and third week of January, potential obstacles, whether internal or external, only you will know once they happen if they haven't already. But what came up was the Moon card with the Nine of Swords and the Eight of Swords. Okay, and then finally in the last week of January, where you will find yourself or what you can do to overcome, what came up was the Judgment card, followed by the Page of Wands and the Knight of Coins. Yeah, Knight of Coins. And then bottom of the deck, the first card that is showing is the Hierophant. So some earth energy. Okay, coming into the end of the month, maybe you guys need to be a little bit more grounded. I know that Kanye West is a Gemini, which is an air sign. However, especially looking at the second and third week, the energies that came up for you guys, what came to mind was My Beautiful Dark Fantasy. Are you guys fantasizing about something that you just can't seem to manifest, or things that you shouldn't even be thinking about because they are negative? Like, what is it with your mind? It just seems very dark and twisted. Potentially you might be dealing with a Cancer who is like this, and you know, energy is contagious, whether you want to believe that or not. But if you continue to be around people who are negative or always in a bad mood, that's going to start to rub off on you, and you will start to, because they're projecting energy, right? So you will start to embody what they're projecting and pretty much giving it back. I don't know if that makes sense. So with this Moon card here, you definitely can be dealing with a Cancer. You might need to let them know that the way that they've been thinking and or acting is affecting you, and have them, you know, kind of just spend more time by themselves, or maybe this is what they tell you. I don't know what that is. But also with this Hierophant card here, I feel like what you think comes to be, because I get the sense of, or the concept of, Pandora's box. You know, don't go looking for something negative, because you know you very well will find it with the Hierophant energy that is here at the end of the month. If you're looking for different answers, better answers, you have questions about life, which is coming up here with the Knight of Swords and this Six of Coins energy, right? You kind of want to break the ceiling, break the paradigm, shift the paradigm, expand your thoughts, right? Expand your belief systems, change them, even with the neuroplasticity concept that always comes up with the Swords energy. And this spread for me, I don't know why, but as you continue to accumulate more information, your brain has to accommodate that influx of new information, the new thoughts and or negative, right? And so you're either giving life to or killing certain things about yourself as you grow and mature through life, right? I wanted to say grow in age, because, you know, Queen of Swords energy that is here is a more mature individual, but that's neither really here nor there. Age doesn't matter, right? Implementation of life experiences matters at the end of the day, because you can be a 70-year-old kid if you never take life seriously and the things that it's tried to teach you throughout the course of your life. Does that make sense? Hopefully, right? I'm not here to preach, but I mean, a preacher is here with the Hierophant card, and the Hanged Man is underneath that as well. So you guys might be learning a lot that pushes the bounds of your knowledge, right? Your intellect itself. and leads you on a path of self-discovery. Again, no matter how old you are, you can never not learn, and you can never not go through spiritual enlightenment, which is really what I'm getting to by the end of the month here. With the Page of Wands and the Knight of Coins, you can very well be on the brink of finding those answers that you've always been curious or wondered about. Things being shown to you in the second to third week is just by way in which that it comes in. So maybe in the second to third week of January, the moon will be in the sign of Cancer. And so Cancers being a water sign, and being more willing to be vulnerable and to understand the depth of emotions, which kind of gives them that advantage as far as having intuition and a heightened sense of intuition, then that might be what comes up for you. This doesn't always have to be a challenge, right? Although I say it can be something that you can utilize for your benefit, again, by the end of the month here. Did you understand what happened in the second to third week with this moon energy? Sometimes it can be confusing. The messages that you feel like you're hearing or are trying to interpret and or understand can be confusing because you feel like you only know but so much, and that there's so much more to learn or so much more to see. You get a snippet of something in your dream state and you kind of can't really make sense of it once you wake up, and that might haunt you, haunt your thoughts here. But it's just jotting down whatever it is that you can remember from things that you deem to be important, those intuitive nudges that you feel like, hey, maybe I really need to be paying a little bit more attention to this, right? Why can't I get my mind off of this? What is this trying to tell me? Are you learning by the end of the month? That is what this energy is really trying to get across, or to really get you to see. Somebody might be also trying to come up from the past or come back from the past here with this Judgment card by the end of the month. And so it's really going to be up to you to really decide and decree whether or not they are worthy of, your, I don't want to necessarily say forgiveness, but really whether or not they are sincere. Right? You're going to have to gauge that by the end of the month. Is this offer sincere? Is what I'm doing sincere or authentic to my soul, my being, my purpose, right? What I'm meant to be doing. If you haven't been living life right, I feel like by the end of the month, there's an opportunity that you should take advantage of here with this Wands energy. Right? Because this gives you the drive to move forward, right? This is very action-driven energy. Wands energy is always about like the action behind the thoughts that you're having, right? Behind the things that you should be doing and pushing forward with. So by the end of the month here, there is again an opportunity to do something different than what you've been doing before, be it behavior, right? Be it your thoughts, be it just the information that you allow to come in, and what you heed and take seriously, right? And what you tend to or should plan to ignore and not pay so much attention to, whether or not you want to really embark on a more spiritual journey. But also with this Queen of Swords energy, a lot of people like to say that she's cold-hearted and very defensive. Even myself, I say that. But you have to understand how artistic the Queen of Swords also is as a person, because the Queen of Swords energy is a weaver. Okay, in Greek mythology, I forget the name, but in Greek mythology there's a story that talks about like the Queen of Swords energy essentially, and it was a battle between a really skilled crafts maker, like a craftswoman, a weaver, and a novice who very early on, you know, was really great at also weaving good work. And so there was a competition between essentially a mortal and an immortal god, and the mortal kind of outperformed, but in her outperforming, right, and showcasing her abilities, she was very what is that word called, like arrogant about it. And so the mortal was turned into like a spider, right? You love this so much, you want to be so arrogant, then here you're a spider, and now you have to live out this karmic debt of constantly weaving. Because if you look at spiders' handiwork, it's very crafty, although I am very fearful of spiders, and I don't really know why I've been compelled to tell this story, but we shall see, right? So if you look at spiders' webs and the different types of spiders and the different webs that they weave, it is very intricate. Okay, so you have to also understand that this is very powerful energy. This is somebody that can weave together different concepts and different thoughts, you know, is very quick to learn. It's very strategic as well. Okay, so is being able to use this energy if it's not somebody that manifests in your actual physical reality. It's embodying the intricacy and the complexity that is of the Queen of Swords energy, the complexity of the brain, and really testing that and pushing your limits with your thoughts again, so that that can help you with accommodating for this information or this knowledge that you are still learning and coming upon, right? Be it by your own hand, the research that you do, or be it by certain lessons that you have to just be more cognizant of, that it's trying to show you something. And I feel like some of this is a little bit of a carryover from Capricorn's reading that I did, so you might want to take a look at that, because they are an earth sign. There might be some gems hidden within that reading that I've already done, and so I mean, it can really only help you at the end of the day if you're not dealing with a Capricorn. So definitely check that out, because they were also dealing with some of that energy of not being a joy to be around, but it was more so just the Capricorn themselves than necessarily somebody in their external environment. Okay, so that is really what's coming through for you guys. As far as relationships, they're good as long as they're reciprocal, so just watch for that, right? With the effort that you're putting out, does the output match the input, or close enough to where you're not getting the short end of the stick? And I'm getting that here with the Knight of Swords energy. Just because what he's holding is a lot shorter than what he is standing upon, or what he's striving towards. Weigh those pros and cons with the Judgment card, and if the cons outweigh the pros, then you know you have the energy, you have all the facts and all the information that you need to move on. Okay, and not stay in this stuck place, which you can find yourself with the Hangman if you don't do what you need to do for yourself, right? In your health and just your overall well-being, your whole mindset, right? So if you know that the cons outweigh the pros, then you have the energy to move on. You can be at peace with your decision. But if you feel like there is more that you can do, although you guys find yourself in a bind here in the middle of the month, but the pros have outweighed the cons, just by your own perspective and the way that you see it, you think that there's more good than bad, and you want to kind of stick it out and see it through, then again, that energy is also supportive of that with the relationships. And you might find, if you are in the spirit to do better, that there are things, insights that come to you, again with this Pandora's box energy, that can enlighten you and kind of help you learn more about your partner, and ways that you can do better for your partner, and ways that you can be better for yourself, and ways that you can give better and be of better service to those that are essentially an extension of who you are. As far as chakras are concerned, I'm wearing a lot of purple, so heed your own intuition and do some crown chakra activations. Okay, never hurts. The root chakra's here a little bit, so get in touch with your security and your sense of needs as well. I am seeing some heart chakra energy here, but also your solar plexus. Get that into alignment. Okay, if you would like to book a reading with me, you can hit me up in my email, which I will leave here. But at this time, definitely just like this video, you know, share this with your friends and family, and do subscribe for more.